Welcome to the lecture on walking for stability. Now, what does that mean? Essentially, as you walk along, you want to be very stable. And when you mean by walking along, when you're having an encounter and you're going to be walking and maneuvering around, what's the best way to stay stable? Now, in Tai Chi and martial arts, one of the most stable positions there is, I call it a bow stance. It could be a modified rear stance, it could be anything, but basically, one foot is facing towards you, the other foot is out at about 45 degrees. Now, this is not has to be this way. The general concept is to stand for stability. Now, it all depends on how your body's built and how you feel comfortable. Some people might feel comfortable with a big stance, a short stance, whatever works. But this is the essence of what I'm trying to teach and the essence of where you want to be when you're moving around. So one thing you don't want to do is keep a whole lot of weight on one leg. You want to be able, almost equal weight distribution, so you can go either way, front, back, side. So just watch and then start practicing this, and I'll try and explain it, and hopefully you'll grasp the concept. But when you're moving in Tai Chi, this is called the Tai Chi Walk. All right, you stand here, you pivot your foot out, you take a step forward, you rock, you come back, pivot your foot out 45, take another step with this foot. All right, that's the slow way of doing it. For our purposes, you're probably going to be moving a lot quicker than that in a street encounter or whatever you're doing. Now, this is the general way I feel you should do it. Watch it, try it, and then adjust the steps to suit yourself to be stable. But in essence, this is a very stable stance where you have your forward, backward, sideward, very stable. And it's also a stable striking platform, because when you want to strike, now this won't give you the most distance. The most distance with the cane is when this foot is going to be in front. So if I want to get distance, I have that foot, but now my rear foot, now that's at 45. So I went from position here to another stable position here. And as I went forward, I just sort of pivoted my rear foot out. So here I got distance, okay? Here I don't have as much distance. But if I do this, I pick up distance. So depending upon the distance to your target, this is a little stronger. Really a good blow. But you can do a pretty good bit of damage this way too. It really doesn't matter so long as you hit the target. I don't care whether you're standing on one leg. So long as you deliver that blow, it's a good one. Be happy. Hopefully you can go home after that. So, but for walking, practice this. When you walk, take a step, and as you do, sort of pivot your rear foot out. Now, take another step, and as you do, it's sort of pivoting on the ball of my foot. And here I'm pivoting sort of on my heel. Whatever works for you. Now, sideways, it would look sort of like this. This is your this is what I call a bow stance again. Okay, so I'm going to go to next step, and I sort of pivot my back foot out. Take another step, pivot this. Thing is, when say you've got an opponent here and you want to move around, but every time you take a step, you want to be in a striking position. And a striking position means you need 2 feet on the ground to do a good job. So if I'm here, I'm going to come around every time I take a step. Now, you don't always have to put one foot in back in front of the other. You can sidestep. Say, I'm almost ready to strike. Come over here, ready to strike. Practice moving around. Come into a stable position. Go back. At each time I put my foot down, I'm ready to strike. Okay? Practice it with your cane. Right, take your cane, take a step, strike. Take another step, strike. Feel yourself being solid when you do that. This is the basic platform. Your platform is stability. You're deriving strength from the ground. When you strike, there's a way to move, which we'll get into later. But basically, you want to deliver a blow, starts from the ground, right up this back leg. And when you deliver it, this whole thing, the strength travels right up your body. And it ends right there. It doesn't begin here. It ends here. Starts right here by your foot. So as you're getting ready to strike, your foot's anchored to the ground. It's now power's coming up your body. Comes into your hips. Your hips twist around. Your spine turns around. Your shoulders turn around with it. And there's your blow. That last bit, when the spine, and it comes out your arm and whips. So, you don't just go, that's all muscle. You want to put your whole body into it from here on up. And it looks something like this. Okay? Learn to move smoothly and then use the whole body in your strike. Feel the power. When you anchor your foot and almost lock your knee, I don't like to lock it, but I just almost lock it. Keep like a little bit of spring in there. And when you straighten it, you can feel it. I mean, it just becomes really strong, and you've got a good solid position to draw the strength from the ground, the energy coming up, flowing through your body. And this is what the Tai Chi they call, this is your chi flowing. You're moving your chi. Okay? Fluidly. Not like in martial arts where you deliver a blow. Or, you're not going in solid like that. You're going to flow into that blow. Make it loose and, okay? This is what goes into striking. Striking, and I believe using a cane, is not a hard martial art. It's a fluid martial art, an internal one. And it's where you use everything together to make that blow. Okay? You don't sit there and anchor yourself and drive that blow in. Don't work. It works, but it's not efficient. You're not using your body to its maximum capacity. Because the smaller the person is, the more they need to use all their body and to deliver that blow. Okay, so these are things you'll learn as we go on. But for now, practice that moving around so you can move around. Then you can go, you're ready to strike. There you have it. That's moving around for stability, also for balance. And see, if you know your opponent's there, you don't even have to know where he is. I mean, you don't have to turn around and look. You know he's there. You can see him out of your peripheral vision. Learn to use that. This is where you want to strike with your cane. Works perfect. I know he's there. Don't even have to turn around and look. This is the feeling you're going to get. Learn to, you might not have time to turn around and face somebody rushing at you. You can go, wham, gotcha. Don't sneak up on me again. Works. Have fun with this thing because there's a lot of things you can do. Don't be rigid. And go practice flowing. Remember, You're not moving stiffly. You're like water flowing. Just imagine you're a flood coming down, raging down the river, and you're flowing down there and you're moving around and you're coming up on your target and there's a big rock standing there. And how are you going to get around that rock? Just bam, knock it out of the way and go around. Your opponent's going to be the same thing. You're going to be moving in here. Be flexible. This is part of the movement lecture, but it fits in with walking. You walk and you move. Then you combine that with striking and you got a hell of a combination. So there you have it. Go work with it. Go practice it. Have fun with it. That's what the name of the game is. Having fun, enjoying what you're doing, and you're learning a deadly skill. Thank you for watching.